Crypto's getting ready for the biggest rally yet. This cycle has changed the game for investors. In 2017 and 2021, there was a very concentrated market top. All of this revolving around the Bitcoin calendar. Yet this cycle is completely different. There has been multiple rallies with complete ups going all the way down since 2023 prices. In this video, we're going to get a better understanding for what's going to fuel this fall's run-up. This will help us select what projects to target. This will help us find timing for when the breakout's going to stop. Now, in September, there was rate cuts. But before that, in 2023, there was a round of quantitative easing, and that started a rally all within itself. We're looking at the injective chart. This is a strong utility project that has a long-term roadmap. So when quantitative easing takes place, this means the VCs have to find a safe time capsule to store their cash that will outpace inflation. Injective had a massive run from $1.30 all the way up to $50 mark. And this was before rate cuts even happened. When they started cutting rates in September and November, it barely even started to rally because its upside really came from that swap in the bond markets. Just recently, over the past 30 days, there hasn't been any upside in the market. The only two runners are Aerodrome and Say. Using macroeconomics, you can put a trading plan together for those, as we showed inside VIP. Right now, there's an extensive round of waiting until the rate cuts take place this fall. And when they do, they'll target an entirely new set of cryptos. We're looking at the Moonwell chart. This was a go-to asset because of its rate cut connection. Moonwell offers an APY, and that can compete with the bond market, pulling in a massive amount of capital. With 2 rate cuts scheduled for 2024 and 4 rate cuts scheduled for 2025, we started looking at Moonwell before the first cut even happened. By the time it had got up to 3 cents, we were flagging down group members with multiple day after day posts like, this is it, this is it. Rallies all the way up to 10 cents. Some heavy investors really started taking profit here. Right in December, they decide they're going to remove the amount of rate cuts in 2025, and this destroys the bullish case for Moonwell. We were able to get everybody out of Moonwell, and since then, the project has been basically kaput, doing a round trip that may not come back around to the upside at all. Moonwell was a top 10 swing trade in the entire market, meaning it was the best position you could have put your money in. So was DEAI. This was number 1 at one point, later falling down to number 3. Listed on MEXC just days before the rate cuts take place. We start targeting this AI project. We have a full 8-page report covering the 24 points on it. It has a massive rally to the upside, gets hacked, and then gets almost cut in half. Because of this massive early downside, I myself took this for a round trip. Luckily, it's been seeing vital signs, having rallied all the way into May 15th, which is when Powell started this bearish momentum in altcoins 60 days ago. Looking at another strong AI play, Spectral, a polychain capital project, loading the bag at 5 and 7 cents. We were able to sell this one close to the top. It also started to see downside early. It was a strong runner in the top 50 best swing trades, but just like DEAI, it started selling off a bit before the rest of the altcoin market. Since then, Spectral has been dead. there was a breach in security here when we were taking profit. This relief rally triggered by the durable goods and ceasefire did not last until May 15th. Therefore, this project is undoubtedly going right into the bin. Now, as we look forward into the rally that's about to take place, we're going to have a combination of at least one rate cut. Plus, the Fed is going to halt quantitative tightening, perhaps even shift into quantitative easing. This is going to be a dual catalyst that will trigger very specific project sectors. One of them is Caspa. When they released the bond market liquidity in 2023, during that 30-day quantitative easing, Caspa saw immense upside. Since then, the market cap has elevated, but with the combination of rate cuts to help out these DeFi aggregators being built on chain, including smart contracts, paired with the Fed halting quantitative tightening, perhaps introducing another round of quantitative easing, that cash will go directly into Caspa. Marathon Digital, although they're only mining 1%, they're always looking to create new markets, new avenues of storing their wealth. They see the long-term roadmap for Caspa, and they know when this bond market liquidity gets released, stashing it in Caspa is a safe place. It's a market that they can create themselves. Taking a look at the new crypto cycles, no longer focused on one peak, instead forming multiple tops, which we can see clearly on the total three. 2017, it was a blow-off top. 2021, it was a distribution phase. This cycle, there's already been two peaks, and we're looking at making a third and final one, a beat. Right now, the new administration is changing the American economy using trade wars that right now are halting economic growth, yet they're setting up a bigger, larger bull market for the near future. In May of 2026, Fed Chair Powell, who created the economic mess we're in right now with all the printing that happened, he's cleaning up his own messy room and then getting ready to hand the reins over to the next guy so they can create a huge bull run that the current administration is going to want to go down for historically. Everyone's excited for Caspa's future price growth. We can all see it's headed into the top 10. In my opinion, first, the Fed chair needs to clean up his mess from the lockdowns. Once that takes place and his term is over, by then, Jonathan Saplinski will have completed native smart contracts, allowing Caspa to onboard the rest of the crypto ecosystem, from stable coins to devs and dApps from other failing projects looking for long-term growth and stability. That is when Caspa's going to absolutely moonshot like Ethereum did, going from $5 up to 5,000. It's going to take a bit more time, and this 2025 fall run-up, Caspa will compete well against its peer group, Render, Tau, AVAX, Solana, in my opinion, but it's just not ready yet, combining the Fed and the tech itself to really give us that amazing upside. So what I'm personally doing with my portfolio is starting to build an AI sector micro cap project, just like the ones we previously had. Moonwell, DEAI, Spectral. Those were the best swing trades on the entire market. Using that exact same skill set, the 24-point checklist, we've combed over tons of AI projects, and we've got a portfolio from straight out of the AI trenches that's already bubbling up. Of course, it's Aerodrome and Say that are up 40% in the bear market. Whoop-de-doo. Once this thing kicks off, it's these projects we're focusing on right now that are strangely increasing slightly in price, but not really ripping yet, that are going to absolutely be showstoppers based on my research and opinion. Thanks for checking out this video, guys. We'll catch you on the next one.